Tweet it.
The stage is set, the night ignites beyond the screen, where dreams take flight. Hear the call, we're like to last, let everyone respiration. Welcome to the Aftershow, where stories intertwine, the pulse of gaming, the culture's greatest shrine. With every click and sound, the heartbeat of our dream, we dive into the depths where passion cleansing save. Turn it all down, yeah. The Aftershow begin, our soldiers of the spotlight. We're giving never ends, passion under passion. The topics to explore, on it cannot dorm the sound to enter. In the world we know, we're breaking through the noise. Till the fire is high, with games and culture's voice.
What it do, Naysayer Nation? We are live once again for the Aftershow Podcast, live on both YouTube and Twitch. And thanks to a surprising update by YouTube, we seem to be also streaming in both vertical and horizontal format. I'm looking at it right now.
Interesting.
It does not look good in vertical. You can't see our faces, but but it's there. It's definitely not optimized for vertical, but I literally didn't know we had it until I started to stream up like a few minutes ago. But
I didn't even know it was a thing until Sadat said it was a thing. So
yeah, Jason tapped into all the new features that YouTube is rolling out.
yeah, I mean, I know that they have like there are ways to do that anyway, but yeah, anyway, whatever.
Yeah, it's a new feature, one of the many new features they're rolling out. Definitely one of the better ones. A lot of people feel strongly about their new AI feature where they're basically putting VO3 into shorts, so you can generate VO3 pretty much for free just on your phone doing shorts.
I don't know what that means. What is VO3?
Oh God, you're a boomer.
Well, you have to also understand. I don't like shorts really. Making them.
VO3 is Google's big new AI video generation model. It's their answer to Sora and other ones. VO3,
oh my God.
VO3 lets you Sora that blew up recently. Sora 2. VO3 was like the big breakthrough because the first Sora was like, and then VO3 came and just completely shit all over it because it could generate better quality video and audio at the same time. So that became the next big wave, and now Sora 2 is taking the next step. But now once they roll that out, you'll be able to just open your phone, go into the app, create a short using the VO3 generation.
Dude, I saw the wildest like Sora video. It was like Spider-Man having a party, and like it's got all the people it's got like Venom and the Punisher and
it's some crazy.
Sadie Sink as Gwen. It's got Toby and Tom, and like they're all just like going crazy. Like Toby like takes toothpaste and puts it in between Oreo, and Gwen, or I guess it's Sadie Sink they're saying is Gwen in this video. She eats it and she just turned on like, Toby, and then it's so creepy and weird.
Yeah, my favorites so far is still the Epstein Island toy commercial, and the series of famous characters getting pulled over by the cops and speeding off. They had SpongeBob. They had all these people get pulled over by the cops, and it is peel off. It is actually freaky. Like some of So my friend just sent me one where Elon Musk. Someone took a video. It's not even, this one wasn't even Sora. It was someone took a video. They used a new AI model, and they took a video clip from the Roadhouse remake, Roadhouse remake with Jake Gyllenhaal, and they took the final fight scene at the end with him and Conor McGregor, and they replaced Conor McGregor with Elon Musk, and and Jake Gyllenhaal with Sam Altman, the founder of OpenAI. And because they actually did have beef in real life, because Elon used to be involved with OpenAI, and just had to fight. And it looked like insanely realistic. It was so weird.
My biggest thing lately has been there's like all these like fake AI like news articles on Facebook that everybody keeps sharing about celebrity X spending $1 million to buy an animal shelter and dogs, and I cannot tell you how many people like repost it, like people that are like younger than me too.
Oh, it's Facebook. It's cooked.
My mom like DM'd me one of like Tom Selleck saving an animal shelter, and because it showed a picture of Tom Selleck with his arm around a boxer, and I'm like, Mom, you know that's incredibly fake, right? So
yeah, AI is that's just not even fair when you put it on Facebook. That's where all the old people are.
Yeah, it's so weird. Like it's crazy like how far it's gone.
And on Facebook they don't even fall for the good stuff. You get done with anything.
Yeah, no, it's true.
We gotta first say what's up to the chat. Gio took his crown back. Congratulations, Gio, on being first once again. What's up, Eastwood, Marvel? What's up, Travis, Liam? What's up, Super Patrick, Creeper Bros, Creeper Boss, rather. Ski, what's up? What's up? Appreciate y'all hanging out. What's up, Champagne? Appreciate y'all hanging out. We got another interesting week in our world that is clearly a simulation. We had the finale of Peacemaker. We had the launch of Battlefield 6. Jay was at Comic-Con. I was not there at Comic-Con. I was instead streamed the Invincible panel. I streamed the Invincible panel, and I streamed the Saturday Marvel panel. I wanted to catch the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. reunion early morning. Glad I did. That was absolutely peak. And then the Marvel Television Entertainment panel. They didn't have a live stream of that one, but they did have streams of a bunch of the other panels. But that one was restricted, so I had to follow the updates on Twitter. We got new trailers for Wonder Man, Daredevil, Born Again Season 2, X-Men 97, Your Friendly Other Spider-Man. We got updates on Vision Quest. The only trailer they officially released was Wonder Man, but of course the other ones were leaked online.
I keep meaning to watch that Wonder Man trailer. It happened while I was there, and I just let me just tell you, I've been to New York Comic Con. I think this is my 6th one.
Ooh, veteran.
Either my 5th or my 6th, and this year, like usually Thursday is the best day to go because it's the least like populated. It'll never be as good as 2021, which was the first year back from COVID, because there was like nobody there and you could just walk around freely and it was amazing. This one is the most packed I've ever been. I've never been on a Saturday, so I'm assuming Saturday is usually the worst. But I just was so annoyed. Like there's so many people there with main character syndrome that just like, they're with a group of 4 people and they have to all walk side by side, and it's like, you know how traffic works, right? Like, so I had this massive bag that Funko gave me.
Shout out to Funko.
Yeah, very much a shout out to Funko. They came through this year. I'll tell my story. So my day started. I got in and I went straight to the Fig Pin booth because they had this really cool Jeff the Shark limited edition 500 pin from Marvel Rivals. So I was able to get 2, and I just sent one out to Miller with 8 M's.
Lucky Miller.
Yeah, if I could have gotten 3, I would have sent you one. And my other plan was I got this right here. This is the Series 1 Marvel Rivals pins. They are based off of their Captain spray. And if I got any extras, also was willing to send, but I did not get any extras. I got literally almost every single character and 3 of the variants, which are basically just black and white. Kind of lame, but I didn't get any like duplicates. I got 7 main characters and 3 of the variants. The only person I didn't get was Jeff and Winter Soldier from Series 1.
Tough.
So that was pretty cool. Then I went to Funko. Funko had an Orko from He-Man pop that was only at the show.
Ooh.
And I know, I think she's their influencer manager, but she works for them and does some stuff. When I was at E3 in 2017, she hosted all the panels for WB. And then we went out to dinner with Mixer and Machinima at have you ever heard of Fogo de Chao? I might have said it wrong. The Brazilian place.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had a dinner there, and I was hanging out with her and Black Nerd Gamer. I think that's or
racist.
Andre. No, that's his literal screen name. He's pretty big anyway. So, but like we've kept in touch ever since, and I DM'd her. I was like, number 1, are you here? And number 2, I've never been able to buy from the Funko booth because you have to sign up beforehand and get selected, and I never get selected. So she's like, I had a family emergency, couldn't make it, and talk to this person. I'll let them know that you'll be there, and we'll get you taken care of. So here I am thinking I'm just going to be able to go buy this Orko, which is like $40. I'm fine with it. And they hand me a sheet and they're like, okay, they're handing everybody this sheet. Just check what you're looking to get and we'll get you taken care of. So I'm like, all right, well, they've got this one right here, Bedlam.
Ooh.
And I thought that was kind of cool. So I'm like, all right, I'll get Bedlam. And then they had this one right here, which is super sick, Null. So obviously I picked those 2.
Of course.
And then they had this blind box for DC, and there was 6 different characters you could get. And I'm pretty sure they like cherry picked it for me. I got a 1 in 400 Superman.
No way. Rigged.
I'm like when I looked at the box when I was looking at it, it was kind of like this. Like it looked like it had been opened. So I'm pretty sure that they like looked for a good one.
Rigged.
So I looked on eBay. The only one with the Comic-Con sticker that was being sold for $500. So not going to complain about that. But so I'm like, I've got my wallet out. I'm ready to pay. And like, how do I pay? And they're like, no, you're all set. They're on us. I'm like, well, that wasn't what I was looking for. I'm fine paying. Like, well, like
only Jay would argue with people giving him free shit.
Well, I don't like being that person that only reaches out when they want something to begin with. And so it was like, I'm like, all right, well, thank you. And I messaged her, I'm like, oh my God, they just gave them to me. And she just responded, ha ha ha, good. And I'm like, okay, well, thank you. I appreciate it. So that was cool. And then the last part of my story, we'll get on to the other stuff. I bought some comics. I went to let me get to David last. So there was this. I tried to get all the Marvel Rival comics I could.
As you should.
This one has Squirrel Girl,
your favorite,
Scarlet Witch, Psylocke, and I think Penny on the cover. It's a foil, so it's kind of hard to show it.
I could definitely see Squirrel Girl.
Yeah. And I got that one just because I thought it looked cool. This one was sick. It's obviously Venom. Mark Brooks, very, very popular artist. And then I got this one with Spider-Man and Jeff. And then from David Nakayama, one of my absolute favorite artists, I got this cover. It's not Rivals, but it might as well be, because like almost everybody in the picture is pretty much in Rivals or going to be.
Yeah, I see Rogue there. She's definitely going to be in Rivals.
Yeah, it's a foil X-Men one. I got this one. It's the Absolute DC. It's a triple cover, so it also has Superman and Wonder Woman. But he signed that one for me.
Damn, that's
and then I got this Batman Deadpool one that has Magic and Poison Ivy. Yeah, he's a really good artist.
Yeah.
And then this is literally my favorite comic book that I own. I also met Rob Liefeld, and I had both him and David Nakayama do this sketch cover. So right here, that's Rob Liefeld. So he signed it there. He only does little balloons at this point, just to make it quick. And then he did his little sketch there. And then David Nakayama did this cool sketch of Deadpool. And I just love it. It's so perfect.
That's actually fire.
Yeah, it's not like overcomplicated or anything. It's very simple, but like I couldn't have asked for better, you know what I mean? Right? The only thing is that there's not much room. There's not really much room for anything else. And I was kind of hoping someday I'd run into like Jim Lee and I would get him to doodle like Batman or something, but I don't know. Well, maybe he can like fit it in this little corner and it'll convince him to like actually do it.
You can make it work.
But that would be my dream, is to like have him get added on there. But yeah, that's my haul of stuff that I got. And I decided when I got back to my hotel, I was there at like 5 and I was pretty tired. I laid down for like 5 minutes and I was like, I just looked at my phone to see how long it would take to get home. It said 3.5 hours. I said, ooh, that's really good for this time. I kind of caught a second wind and I just left. And it lied to me. It took me like 5 hours.
Jay had to hurry home so he can play some Battlefield.
That is a good segue. That is actually one of the reasons I wanted to get home, because number one, I knew we had the Marvel Rivals update.
Of course.
And number two, Battlefield. And if you know anything about me, you know, Battlefield is when people talk about like their favorite games of all time, you know, that's in my top 4. You know, I'm like Knights of the Old Republic, Battlefield, Borderlands, and Ghost of, you know. This is it looks pretty. From a technical perspective, they hit it out the park.
A lot of people seem to love it. It actually beat COD's record on Steam. I think it hit like 740 plus thousand.
And I understand, because it is made for the average COD player. The Battlefield I know and love is very vehicle heavy. And let me just tell you, the second you get out of spawn, something is locking onto you at all times. And like, it's not that I'm mad because bad. Like, if I was mad because bad, I would just admit it. Like, if it was a skill issue, I would just admit it. But like, I don't know, man. If I pulled up my KD right now, it's in the 6. I think it's in the 6s. All right. Like, it's not being bad. I hate that like everybody starts off with an auto locking weapon. That used to be something you didn't unlock until you were like well into the, you know, the unlock section. All right. Like, yeah, exactly, Liam. Like, it's like you're getting spawn camped. And like, it's so frustrating. And then you're on these massive maps, and every time I died, it was from behind and from someone I can't see. I felt like I was shooting marshmallows. It was just wild. And one of the things I loved about 2042 is they had the portal, and you could just open up your own lobby and play against bots. And I'm going to be honest with you, I would be more than happy to play the game that way and just be fine with it. I wouldn't even need to stream. I would be completely content just playing it the way that I played 2042, having fun, like feeling like godlike. Not that I can't do it. I can absolutely, like, I still got it with the tank. Don't get it twisted. But
allegedly.
I mean, I could pull up my stats right now.
I think our Unc might be washed.
I honestly wish it was that. I really do, because I would actually feel better about it. But like, there are people that have responded to some of my tweets with the same kind of feedback. Like, Battlefield never used to be like that, you know? And it's heartbreaking to me that like I feel that way, because like I just make it make sense for me. That's all I want. Is just make it make sense. And if it makes sense, I'm like, all right, I'm not as good as I used to be. And I'm sure there is some amount of that, but I know what I can still tank with the best of them. And my problem is that you just like, I can't see anything half the time. I don't see who's shooting at me. Like, everybody seems to have like advantage over me for like stupid reasons, and I don't truly get it. But
definitely sounds like a skill issue. But yeah, I've seen some complaints. I was just glancing through social media because I was generally shocked when you said you weren't enjoying Battlefield. So I was like looking around, seeing what it is. I saw a few people complain about snipers. Some people complain about some bugs, a few, but mostly positive reception in terms of the reviews. Very clearly, EA's intent is to replace COD, or have Battlefield be the new COD, especially now that they're going private. So that's naturally probably going to alienate some old school Battlefield players who may or may not be washed.
I just haven't enjoyed like.
And I did hear the campaign was ass.
I haven't even gotten into the campaign, so I just got so dejected by not enjoying it. Like, I wanted to be glazing the game like I always have. I mean, the servers are full right now. Like, you got to wait in a queue. You know,
so
like,
EA's definitely making their money.
Oh yes, this definitely sold. There's no two ways around that. But I don't know, man. I'm just only pulling up. Let's see. Loadout profile.
Jay about to flex his stats.
All right, here we go. This is just to prove it is not mad because bad.
Let's see these stats.
Look at that kill death ratio. 5.194. All right. Right there. All right. I'm not being terrible. 5-to-1 K death ratio is impeccable.
Is it impeccable?
Yes, absolutely. Like, usually your goal is 2. Like, I'm completely satisfied with that, but like, I just,
how in terms of scaling, is this like, what is this KDA's like a top 1% KDA, or
I don't know,
or this is just like average or mid?
I don't know. I don't think it's average. I think it's above average at least. I mean, I definitely think there are people that can probably.
Did you hear it in a dream?
No, I know it from like my 15 plus years of experience playing Battlefield. You know, it's certainly my best KD.
It's your personal best. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, by a lot. I mean, I was considered to have a really solid KD in Bad Company 2 when I was my best at the game, and my KD for that game is 1.49. So, I trust me. I wish I don't even know why it's showing me as that character, because I have not played as
a gentleman
Recon.
of color. A gentleman of color.
No, the Recon is a gentleman of color. I've only played engineer and medic. So anyway, I wish it was a skill issue, because then it wouldn't feel as terrible, You know what I mean though? Do you know why? Like what I mean when I say that? Like if I was just bad at the game, I could just accept that I'm bad at the game. But like when you don't feel like you're having fun and you're not, it's not because you're bad. It's because of like
the game you love is gone.
Yeah, like that's how I feel right now. I just the auto lock on weapons, like every vehicle had it, every engineer had it. The mine, like the landmine spam was insane. There were so many times where I would just be driving and just out of nowhere blow up because like everybody you start with as an engineer, a law, I think it's called the law, an auto locking RPG. So you just basically point it and shoot the button. All right. And tank mines. And it's crazy. You used to only be able to have one or the other. So I don't know, man.
So, well, I briefly played Battlefield during the beta.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's fine. And I just moved on. So I wasn't heartbroken because I was never into Battlefield. I've never played COD even for a second, and I never will. So but I know how much it meant to you. So I hope you find your love for it again.
I'm gonna give it a couple days. Maybe some of the features are gonna get rolled out. I do see stuff that says Portal, and I do see that there are servers you can pick. So their menu system is also ass. They have this like page of like tutorials, and when you click on it, it's just like a pop-up with listed information, and it's like, what the hell? Like, what is this all about? Like what is the point of having this on the main screen? Like, why aren't the other features that were in 2042 that I loved, like, why aren't those here? I can't even stress enough. I played a lot of my like, all right, I'm bored, let me kill some time. I'll play some 2042, get some achievements and whatever, and unlock some stuff. And I just played against bots, and like sometimes like a couple people would join, but like I was completely cool with that, and it was fun. I was enjoying myself, and it didn't affect anybody else. And they actually like could have just brought that right in, and it seemed like everybody loved it. But I don't know, man.
So far the game is definitely a success. But I'm going to continue to not play Battlefield and try to finish Ghost of Yotei because I keep getting sidetracked.
Well, yeah, my number one goal was to platinum Yotei before I went to Comic-Con. I managed to do that. I give Tsushima a 9.999. Like, it's as close to perfection as I would ever give a video game. I would say Yotei started at about a 9 and worked its way to about a 9.6. Atsu is a little rough and tough to really enjoy at first, but once you start finding the companions, it really kind of hits you. And the ending is, I think it's more powerful than Tsushima. I thought the ending hit me harder than most video games. It was really a really well done ending.
Interesting. I definitely finish. I got to stop getting distracted by side quests and I'm getting all this bonus stuff and all these different weapons and every time I'm trying to finish.
This is one of my favorite things to do. It is so good.
I'm so glad they added that. That's such
yeah.
That's such a. I just love. I have like I basically have a throwing build kind of going. I have the legendary bow, the one that pierces the mountain, that has that, and it comes with a charm so that you can like auto lock up to. It's a heavy bow, so a headshot is an instant kill.
I love the heavy bow.
And this legendary version, this legendary version has a charm where you can auto lock up to 3 people at the same time.
Yeah, that's crazy. Actually, I probably have that, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I found my 6 charms and never changed them. Like I would read the charms like, oh, that's cool. Nope, not changing it. And I probably could have. I think I had one that like added health and stuff like that, and I didn't need that.
I have some core charms like the one that instantly restores you, restores your health if you're taking lethal damage. I have that one because I'm playing on lethal mode right now, and I'm using the mask that gives you increased damage while also making you take more damage.
Oh, yeah. I got that. I understand. There's some, I don't think this is a spoiler at this point, but there's a Stormblade quest. I'll leave it at that and not expand on it. But the story on that one, the guy that the storyteller gives you that quest, and if you know what the Stormblade is, you know what it's about. And I really enjoyed that because it gives you the closure. And it was so cool to like be there and see things, and I never took that mask off. I'm being as vague as possible.
Yeah, he's doing his best. Well, one thing that Jay hasn't seen yet, apparently, is the trailer for Wonder Man.
Yeah, I saw like the first 2 seconds. It was like an old guy looking at a computer, maybe, and then because I was at Comic-Con and I just couldn't, and then I keep forgetting. So,
well, we can fix that for you with the power of technology, Mr. Shock Blast.
Yeah.
We can. I watched it live during my reaction stream, but we definitely gotta do it for Jay Shock Blast.
Yes.
So he too can. I will say this is definitely giving WandaVision in that even more so, because when I first saw Wonder Man, I thought, oh, this seems like Birdman, and they're definitely making this seem like not a superhero show, not a typical superhero show. So I'm intrigued by it. I think it's going to be interesting. I do have an issue that I'll talk about. I'm going to yap about the end.
The entertainment world is stunned today when internationally celebrated and reclusive filmmaker Von Kovac sprung out of retirement to sign on for a remake of Wonder Man. Mr. Von Kovac, could you tell us more?
Everyone is tired of superheroes. There is an opportunity to reimagine a whole genre of storytelling.
Have you thought about casting?
So, what's this big audition you were talking about?
It's a huge opportunity. I'm auditioning for Wonder Man.
The Mandarin.
Did you hear about Wonder Man? I need to be in this movie.
Sorry, you crazy.
I was born to play this character.
Are you serious? Boo, they are already talking to Leo.
You just gotta go out there and crush it.
What's wrong?
I'm trying to come up with a backstory for the character.
Well, trust the words. Just show up and say them.
That's not my process.
Well, your process can go blow a spider.
Guy's killing it in there, bro.
Where have I seen him before?
Pretty sure he used to be a terrorist.
Next!
You can slate whenever you're ready.
Simon Williams, reading for Wonder Man.
Listen to me, Simon. The callback is happening now. Just be normal.
Normal man. The breakdown is go method.
Come in. Mr. Kovac will meet you in the living room.
So you are here to meet Von Kovac?
Mm-hmm. Hello, everyone. I want to explore the place between fiction and non-fiction.
That's tight.
We are going to make the last movie on Earth. No one will have the balls to make another. And action!
Any news from Von Kovac?
There is news. You'll be the first to know.
Unless you call me again, in which case I will never tell you.
So the one issue I have with this is that it's 8 episodes. They're 30 minutes each, and they're all dropping at the same time.
That's your only issue?
That's my main issue.
That looks fucking terrible.
Now, I have faith in this that it might be okay.
Okay. Let me take it back a step. Okay. If it wasn't about a comic book character in a comic book universe where there are superheroes, I might not have as big a problem with it. All right. If this was like, Friends or something, cool. All right. Or just some original TV show with the character being some random superhero, I think it would probably be amazing. There's a place for that. But we're talking about Marvel. We're talking about the Marvel universe, and we're talking about a character who most people do not give a shit about. Let's be real.
Correct.
Like Wonder Man, I believe is an Avenger, and still nobody gives a shit. Okay.
Nobody. Not a soul.
Like nobody cares about Wonder Man. Let's not pretend. All right. How this Simon Williams is Wonder Man, is probably the best possible way they could do the whole race swap thing, because it's just for the TV show, which is weird. It's just a weird premise when you're trying to actually have a superhero universe where people have complained about exactly this. You know what I mean? Now, keeping in mind,
I don't know about exactly this. It seems I know there was people like talking about superhero fatigue and thinking, and they're tired of the same like formulaic bloated Marvel or superhero slop. And I feel like this is the sort of thing that is like the opposite of what most people were complaining about in terms of like lack of creativity. But
it's still like having a Daredevil TV show where he's a lawyer the whole time. That's, you know what I mean? Like, to me, this is like Iron Man 3 where he's Tony Stark the whole time. I don't get it.
No, to me, this is like completely different because Iron Man 3 was still very much an Iron Man movie. This seems just from the premise, this seems like a complete reimagining and like a whole different thing. This doesn't seem on the surface. That's why I'm interested to see more, because this doesn't on the surface. This doesn't seem like a superhero show. Kind of like how when we first saw WandaVision, people were just like, "What's this? Is a sitcom with?"
I do understand your comparison to WandaVision. I think that is a perfect comparison from the way it's actually made. I more meant like, I understand at its core there is still Iron Man in Iron Man 3, but Iron Man 3, one of the reasons why people like it the least is because it was basically Tony Stark 007. You know what I mean? Like that's where I was kind of like saying, I'm sorry, I feel like I've talked way more than you this show, so I will stop interrupting you.
Yep, away.
So I just think I don't think, like, I do agree there's been some superhero slop from them, but I just feel like they went the wrong direction to fix it with this. I'm sure it's going to be fun and it's going to be good because the actor seems like he's fun. I think it'll be enjoyable, and if that's all it ever is and we move on, then whatever. But I just feel like if you're going to spend time making something in the Marvel universe, just make it about the character and not like, I don't know. This just feels like weird. Is he going to get powers out of being in the TV show? You know what I mean? Like, it's a TV show about the character. Wonder Man was always just a movie star, not about himself, but you know what I mean?
I think the clue there the director gave is that he's trying to do something revolutionary that's like blending that's blending reality and fiction and nonfiction. So I think there's definitely the clue that there's going to be some mysticism or something involved in this whole process, and this whole movie thing is like just the setup to the premise of him eventually getting his powers. But I'm on board because I don't know. Maybe it's because I've watched so much Disney content. I was talking about it on stream during the Comic-Con, just how many Marvel product I've consumed, and I realize I've seen everything except Agent Carter and I Am Groot. Much, and I still haven't seen Hit Monkey yet, but
I mean, I do think the irony is that, like, you know, the Mandarin is one of the most hated, like, plot twists, like, that Marvel has ever done. You know what I mean? And now we're featuring him in a third movie, you know, and it's kind of weird.
I think it's a fun
show, I guess.
I think it's a fun. I think that this time it actually is a kind of a fun callback to the man, because after they
I get it, and it makes sense. Like, I'm not here to, like, just purely shit on it. It looks like an interesting premise in the way that WandaVision did too, but, like, I do feel like people are gonna be upset about it because it's not a superhero show.
I honestly don't think a single person is going to be upset about it. I think the usual suspects are going to grift off of it because it's starring a black guy. I think people who have no idea who Wonder Man is, which is most people, are either going to fall into two camps. They're either going to like the premise, or like, oh, this sounds interesting, or they're going to be like, this doesn't look like anything. Maybe I'll wait for reviews or whatever. I think the worst thing Wonder Man is going to have is apathy. I think it might come and go, but it looks interesting enough. Like the Echo show. That nothing about that looked interesting at all. That just everyone just knew that's just ass and dead on arrival. Like, it was like, why is this even a thing? Wonder Man is like, oh, first it was, when we heard about it, was like a Wonder Man show. That's weird. And then when we saw what it was, it's like, I thought, oh, this looks it looks quality, like it looks well shot, well acted, and it also just has an interesting premise where naturally you're like, oh, I'm curious where they're going to go with this. Is like kind of this meta commentary on superhero media, but it's like put into what could be a superhero show. Looks like, they're going to have some WandaVision here. Birdman is what I immediately thought of, which I loved. I love that movie. So I guess if you hated Birdman, you're definitely going to hate this movie probably, but this show probably. But I love Birdman, so I think this one is something I'm probably going to enjoy. So far, I didn't hear any dialogue that made me cringe. It just seems fun and intriguing. So I'm definitely going to tap in with Wonder Man. I hope it's good. I really just don't like the fact that Disney, well, clearly they have no faith in it. I just don't like the idea in general, and because I'm glad Netflix is even smartening up about this with Stranger Things. Like, dropping all your episodes at once just doesn't work. It's dumb. Like, you want to release the stuff weekly, one at a time, for the most part, because that's how you build the most hype and conversation. Have it air. That's why all the best shows, pretty much most of the biggest shows, were following some sort of weekly format. Game of Thrones became the biggest show in the world, and it wouldn't have been as big as it was if they just dropped every episode of the season at 3:00 in the morning. Like, it would have popped off because it was really good, until it wasn't. But but it built that cult like following because it's airing the end of the week, prime time, so everyone can gather around. They can have their watch parties. They can all experience the episode together. Then they talk about it for the rest of the week, and then go into the next one and the next one. And I think that's how you should be doing these models, even if you're streaming.
Yeah, I'm indifferent. I do agree that leaving fans wanting for more is certainly a good thing. But obviously, if they're dropping all at once, it just kind of tells you what their confidence level is. You know what I mean? I don't know. I mean, how are they? I don't know if they're going to work his brother into this somehow, because he is Simon Williams. Simon Williams is Wonder Man, but also Wonder Man is this character in a TV show in this world. So it's weird. Like, his brother is Grim Reaper in the comics. So, like, I don't know. I get it. I understand it's different. I liked the way they did WandaVision. I was one of the people that liked that model. And then how it ended up working out in the end made sense. And maybe, you kind of did sell me a little bit on the director kind of trying to like do something different, and maybe it does end with him getting powers, and that would certainly be interesting. Is he going to marry Wanda? Did he marry Wanda in the comics? I don't remember that.
Agatha was legit. Yeah, I agree. Like, that's why I'm like a little more. That's why I'm more open minded. But like, I've seen so much Marvel slop that I'm always on the lookout for something that's legitimately interesting. Like when they announced Werewolf by Night, I was like, oh, now this looks different. This looks like it's going to be quality, and it was great. And the first season of What If, it was really good. Agatha all along, I thought the premise was stupid. I was like, why are we getting a spinoff because of a song? But the show was surprisingly really well done. So I'm like, okay, and WandaVision, half was really good, and so when I do recognize a Marvel project that's trying to do something different, but also trying to be, I can recognize there's talent behind it. Yeah, I'll give it a shot, because I do like the idea of having Marvel projects that kind of step away from the norm. But one Marvel project that I definitely think needs to be a thing is an Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. reunion. Damn it! By far my favorite panel of Comic-Con was the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. reunion panel with Ming, Chloe, and Clark. They all three of them got together on stage, and we're basically just chopping it up, shooting the shit, answering questions for like over an hour. And it was so much fun. Like they still have amazing chemistry. There was laughter, there was cry. It was so good. And it just made me realize, or not even realize, it just made it, I think, more clear that they didn't get the respect they deserve from Marvel, and I definitely think they need to come back. Now, I heard there are rumors that we might be getting some Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. members potentially in Vision Quest. I heard, obviously, I'm assuming everyone's going to be in Secret Wars. So literally everyone who's ever been in a Marvel thing ever is going to appear in Secret Wars. But just seeing them three together made me realize that Marvel badly needs them back, especially for their Disney Plus lineup. I would absolutely love if they did like an Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. or just any follow up, and just bring Coulson, May, and Quake back. I'm here for it.
Yeah, so they just added Chloe Bennett to Rhode Island Comic-Con. So that is going to be tempting.
It's tempting for me too.
Yeah. Well, the problem is that I already am planning on meeting Charlie Cox and John Bernthal and that's going to be expensive. So it's just going to be, money. These things are just so expensive.
Yeah.
So
I imagine I probably would choose. I personally would choose Chloe. But that's just
I mean, I get it, but at the same time, I think like Punisher and Daredevil certainly mean more to me than
for sure. It's definitely it's definitely a preference thing.
And plus Chris Jericho is there, and I kind of want to. I never met him, so I kind of want to meet Chris Jericho.
Jericho puts it over the top.
Yeah, I mean there are other people too. Like the Rhode Island Comic Con, low key, is one of the best Comic Cons in the world. Like they get a lot of good people. So
I could tell. I could tell. That's you know when I hear Rhode Island, I always think, oh no, there's just nothing there.
yeah, but their Comic Con is really good.
Elite.
It's honestly really just literally about meeting people. Like the vendors aren't necessarily like, oh shoot, I forgot. Like literally the entire cast of The Flash is there. And I was gonna have Grant Gustin, like Danielle Panabaker, Tom Cavanaugh, Jesse Martin, Grant Gustin, Candace Patton, and Carlos Valdez. Literally the whole crew.
You got to get them on a podcast,
right? The cast of Fletch, the cast of Supernatural.
Wait, Jared is going to be there. Jared and Jensen are going to be there.
Okay, wait. They were there last year. Everybody but them. So, hold on. I'll just present.
Motherfucker.
I did sneak a picture. Actually, I think it was just Jared last year. And which one has like a wife that is also? It's Jared, I think.
I assume Castiel is going to be there then.
So you got, Pretty in Pink, these guys.
So we got Castiel, we got God. Okay.
It just changes on its own. But Chevy Chase, Gina Davis, like those are some big people back in the day. You got the whole Flash crew.
Damn, that's big.
Dora the Explorer.
No, you love that. Once Upon a Time. I've never watched a single episode of that.
Psych.
I like I always wanted to try Psych. I never got into it. I was like into all the USA stuff.
Let's just go to guest celebrities.
Starship Troopers.
Oh, Anthony Starr.
Damn, Homelander.
Yeah. Let's make this bigger.
Psych was peak. I think I literally may have watched like a couple episodes, and I recognize it was good. I just never got into it. But all the other stuff I watched because I watched Burn Notice. I watched White Collar.
I love Burn Notice. Bryce Dallas Howard. There's Chloe Bennett, Chris Jericho.
Break the walls down.
A bunch of Cobra Kai people apparently.
Oh yeah, I see Dallas there. Yeah,
Deborah Ann Wall.
Yes.
Dennis Rodman, Denise Richards.
That's it. Oh, that's awkward.
Yeah. Eric Bischoff.
No way.
Ezra from Ahsoka. Oh yeah. Frank Grillo.
We got to talk about Peacemaker.
Freddie Prinze. Jake Busey. Jason Lee. Jamie Presley. Jason Mewes. I mean, Jeremy London. Like, look at this cast. Like, this is just all at one Comic-Con. John Bernthal. John Cryer. He's pretty big.
Yeah, this is actually
Katie Sackhoff. So you got what's her name? And I already met her. So Catherine Newton. That's Ant-Man's daughter. Like, there's some pretty popular people here. Lori Petty. Laura Prepon. I mean, she's been in a few cool shows. But yeah, like Mike Coulter. I didn't even know he was there.
Luke Cage is going to be there. Jesus.
Luke Cage is there. Michael Rooker. So does that mean Jessica Jones is too? Najee Jeter, Molly Ringwald.
Najee's there. Damn.
Najee's there. Nick Carter. We have a Backstreet Boy. Nick Swardson.
No way.
Pam Grier. I mean, that's
Pam Grier.
Yeah, like I'm telling you, it's very red. Rainn Wilson, Randy Quaid.
No way.
Like it just keeps going and going. There's Rob Schneider, Rosario Dawson.
Rob Van Dam.
Holy
fuck! Rob Van Dam is there.
Sean Gunn. I just now have to freaking Punky Brewster.
Damn, I might have to take a. They got
Sting.
Sting. I might have to take a flight to Rhode Island. Holy.
What else we got? We got
I love Rob Van Dam.
Timothy Omenson. He's been in a lot of stuff.
D'Onofrio's there too.
Oh yeah, Vincent D'Onofrio, Wilson Bethel. I mean, like
Tyler Posey's there too.
And these are the people that canceled. You got Alec Baldwin, Colby Minifie, Henry Winkler, the new Chewbacca, Kevin Smith. Like, there are people that can't be there is as big as some shows like cast in general.
That's insane.
So, yeah, it's a pretty wild show. So, yeah, man. Did I miss Goldberg? Was Goldberg on there?
I didn't see Goldberg, but
yeah, I didn't either. But it was wrestling week, so
I might just be talking about wrestling in general.
Oh.
Favorite wrestling.
But yeah, like this show's wild. So
I gotta get to one of these cons at some point. I might have to be a Rhode Island because apparently they get everybody.
yeah, it's a lot of waiting. But yeah, that's gonna be a very expensive weekend.
Yeah, but for sure. Yeah, so we out of those, so we got the Daredevil Born Again season 2 cast. They of course we knew that interesting we see Mike Coulter there because Jessica Jones was at Comic-Con on stage at the panel with Charlie.
Mm-hmm.
And she was of course in the new trailer for Daredevil Born Again season 2, which I saw because it leaked on the internet. Looks very peak. I can't wait for it. But people were naturally wondering, all right, we got one Defender. Are we going to get Luke Cage? And is he coming back too? Don't really care about Iron Fist. I don't. If he doesn't come back, I'm perfectly fine with that. But if we got Jessica Jones, I would love if a Luke Cage popped in season 2 as well. That would be deep.
I thought Finn Jones was fine as Iron Fist. He just had a bad story.
I think also he just didn't have any aura. Like I think that's the other. Like the story wasn't great. Like I don't think it was the worst thing ever. I mean, Secret Invasion exists, but but I think the problem is that it came out after like we've already got so much peak. Like the expectations for Netflix Marvel at that point was so high because of how good Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, and Daredevil were already. And then this comes along and it's just like, and then Finn just has just no aura, like compared to like Iron Fist in the comics. Like Charlie Cox, he's got aura. Coulter, even Jessica Jones, they all got aura. They really brought their characters to life, and it felt like Finn wasn't even cosplaying as Iron Fist. It was just like he just looked like some nepo baby who knew karate. It was just like it just really didn't work. I think they might have gotten the wrong actor. Just wasn't. It just didn't quite hit. It didn't hit the same as the others. I don't think it was as hated. I don't think it deserved as much hate as it got.
Yeah.
But I just thought, it definitely didn't live up to the others. And Finn, I just don't associate him with Danny because I just don't think he just embodies any part of Danny Rand. I
mean, he wouldn't have been my choice. I don't know if I really have a choice, but I just kind of took it for what it was. But yeah, not perfect for sure, but I thought he was still decent.
Like he's clearly a decent actor. I just didn't believe him as Iron Fist. Luke Cage, like Mike Coulter. That's my Luke Cage. Like that.
Oh, I don't think they could have done better.
Yeah,
with Charlie as Daredevil. Jessica Matt. Jones.
Yeah, they nailed it. Like that's so good. And then you see Finn, like, oh, that's our Iron Fist.
Yeah. Netflix didn't do much wrong, but you know,
I
mean, John Bernthal as Punisher also nailed it.
Yeah, completely. yeah. Like they were bad. They were really knocking them out of the park there.
D'Onofrio. I mean, Bethel is Bullseye. I mean, even though it was a weird, you never really got into the costume. I think that's like, part of the reason why I am a little annoyed about that Wonder Man is because, like, I think one of our biggest complaints is they keep featuring these characters not in the costume. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because
and
the trope with the origin story is that you build them up and eventually they get to the costume.
Yeah, and it's like, look, we like them because they're superheroes. We want to see them in their suit. Like, that's the point. So, I don't know.
I do understand, like, for an origin story, it kind of makes sense. Like, you kind of like, if you're doing a Spider-Man origin story in school, you got to have them in the homemade suit, you know. so I get it, but in the case of Wonder Man, like, I have zero attachment to the original character, so
yeah, and I truly, seeing how hard grifters go at this is going to be very telling, because there is no possible way, like, none of these people have any Wonder Man comics in their collection.
Not
like,
a one.
No chance. All right, like, I didn't even give a shit if he was in Lego Marvel. Okay, like, I'm pretty sure he was in at least one of them, and like that, like, I usually have a pretty good remembrance of who's in what game. You know, he is a very forgettable character.
Yeah, I
actually think
have to
his
look
brother.
up what it's like.
Yeah, like, I actually think his brother, the Grim Reaper, is more memorable, and he's also kind of a generic name and character, you know.
Yeah, like I'm looking at him in the comic right now, and I'm forgetting him as I'm looking. Like,
I mean, I will say this, like, I'm not a fan Chris Pratt's Grim Reaper. I'm not a big fan of any form of changing the character, you know, like, at least if we're going to do the race swap here, this story is more than acceptable. You know what I mean? Like, the way they're going about it, understood. I will agree, it's not a big deal, because they're establishing there was a Wonder Man TV show, movie, whatever it was, and they're rebooting it. Like, I don't think there's a better way to kind of do this than that, you know? And if he does end up getting powers out of it, okay, well played. So maybe it's just one of those ones where we just got to kind of sit back and wait and see. On premise, though, I don't know. I would have never done a Wonder Man show to begin with, but
yeah, you've done a Nova show,
right? You know, that's actually, like, I actually don't think Nova should start off with his own show. I always thought Nova should have started off in Guardians of the Galaxy and then possibly built out of that. Like, I'm not one of those type of people that is going to say, like, I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, we need an Atrocitus show. You know what I mean? Like, I know who these characters are, and I know, like, could a Nova show do extremely well? Sure, absolutely. He's an interesting character, but, you know, I don't think you need to go that route right away. Like, there are characters that you build out, you know,
like Squirrel Girl.
Absolutely not. There's well, we go back to Melania, whatever her name is.
Yeah.
Although I will say, very excited at the Squirrel Girl slander from your boy Daredevil. I don't know if you heard it.
And Marvel Rivals, yeah, I've heard all the voice lines.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically saying Squirrel Girl smells because of the squirrels.
Yeah.
Yeah, he also apparently he said Namor Squid smell as well. And he hates Luna Snow's music a lot.
Yeah.
Not a K-pop fan.
Which is weird. That's a weird, I don't picture him that way.
You think Matt would like K-pop?
No, I don't picture him as just being a dick. Yeah. And it's kind of like they're making him a dick.
He's in most interactions he's pretty chill. I mean, this is also the Matt Murdock who lost literally his entire world. Everyone he knows is dead, and he's using the power of the beast now, and which is a demon. So little different Matt, but he mostly is Matt, but you can definitely tell he's obviously going through a lot, which is interesting. Like I really like his interactions, particularly for depth with Spider-Man and some of the other characters. I think Widow had a really interesting exchange with him because there's a noting like he is different, and we got more of the lore explained for him. We know that he kind of has a decision to make because they got this tournament because of Doom. Doom was trying to take the chi from Shao-Lao because he found out that Lin didn't rightfully earn the title of Iron Fist, but because of the convergence that triggered the tournament. But the reason why Daredevil's in the tournament is because Yinglong, the dragon that he freed accidentally when he beat the Beast, is really manipulating him. He's trying to free a god that he's told Daredevil is going to end all wars and bring balance to the universe. You heard that before, and in order to do that, he needs the sword of Fuxi, and unfortunately, the sword is in pieces and is currently embedded in Lin's arms, and so Daredevil has to take it from him if he wants to get the sword and free the god. So Matt's going down potentially a wrong path, but I think he'll ultimately make the right choice.
I honestly don't pay much attention to the lore of Marvel Rivals.
You should.
I just feel like it would be nice if there were like audio logs that explained it. I don't want to read all that.
You should be ashamed of yourself, Jay.
I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't really put much thought into any of this. I just think it's a little lazy. I mean,
reading is lazy.
No, I just think you're a video game, show it to me. Make a cutscene. Even if it's like a motion comic, you know what I mean?
Well, some of us like to read.
Travis, we're running a show. You can't just ask a random question and have it answered every time. I don't think they should do an Annihilation show. They can't at this point. Key characters are dead and haven't met. All right. I mean, I appreciate the question, but there is a time and place to ask questions. We're trying to run a show that is cohesive, and we had moved on to Marvel Rivals by the time you would ask the question. So I can't just stop and answer because a question was asked every time. I do my best. We do our best. You get your attention. This is just some housekeeping so that everybody understands moving forward.
This is definitely not his first show, though.
I'm not intentionally trying to ignore you. It's
now I am just out of spite.
I actually didn't want to do that. I was hoping that he would just understand and let me kind of move forward.
It definitely might be you two then, because I have it on where an ad is only supposed to play every 30 minutes. That's the most you can. That's the least amount of ads you could do. But YouTube is going to YouTube.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, I do enjoy the lore. Hopefully, but I am hopeful that they add an actual story mode at some point.
You can't say that you don't care after trying to guilt me by saying I feel like my question was ignored. Makes me sad, but oh well. Yeah. Come on, man. We're fine. Just don't play both cards.
It does. Yeah. Everyone who says it doesn't bother me at all, it bothers them a lot.
I was not trying to make you feel bad, which is the only reason I addressed it. So thanks again for derailing the show, Travis.
Yeah, I don't think you should apologize, Jay. I think you should take your apology back.
I take it back.
Good. Now the other thing I want to talk about that a lot of conflicting but also agreement.
That's a weird place to freeze.
I didn't see I forgot to stream the Peacemaker finale again, but I ended up watching it later on, and I managed to avoid spoilers. But I was seeing that a lot of people didn't like the finale, and I talked to Greek about it, and he said he liked it, but but he understood some people had some issues. But I watched it going in it with no expectations, and I understand why some people may have not liked it, because and this is kind of what can be a problem with this certain type of storytelling when you're trying to build a cinematic universe. When you end on a cliffhanger,
mm-hmm.
it can really how well it's received depends very heavily on how you structured your story up to that point. Like, I feel like, for example, Across the Spider-Verse, Beyond the Spider-Verse is going to be great. I'm looking forward to it, but I think Across the Spider-Verse, even though it ended on a cliffhanger, I felt it was a satisfying ending, because I thought that they did a really good job of telling a really satisfying 3-act story. And even though it's technically not done yet, it felt like it was a satisfying conclusion, because you had a main villain, you had a lot of really strong character development, and a very satisfying emotional payoff for your characters, Miles and Gwen. And then you just had this whole other big thing to end it. It's like, okay, cool, more cool shit's coming. Whereas when it came to Dune, the first Dune movie, I didn't like that ending, because it felt like we were just getting into the second act, and then the movie ended, and then it's like, oh well, you got to come back for the next one. So I felt like Peacemaker season 2, it felt like you were kind of hanging on, because you weren't really sure where they were going with this Earth X thing, and how that was going to pay off. You were like, okay, it was, because the first season had a more straightforward premise. It's an alien invasion, they're trying to stop it, and that's where everything's going. Here it was like, okay, just another dimension. Okay, Peacemaker has some interesting melodrama to deal with him and Hardcore. Or with the Earth X thing, are they going to end with Uberman? We're getting Nazi Superman. Is that where we're going? And then it just ends with Thragg just being an asshole.
Yeah, I definitely have some issues. I would like to shout out King Greek for tweeting like full ass paragraphs with pictures at 4:00 in the morning and making me like get up so I didn't get spoiled.
Valid.
I will say, like, I am very much a proponent of, you're responsible for yourself. Like, if you get spoiled, that's on you. Sometimes, like, it's up to you to avoid the internet. But I was like, just trying to like piss or something, and I always open Twitter, and that was on me, I guess. So I just got up and watched it. I do feel like it was a good episode, but underwhelming ending. I really enjoyed the character growth that happened, especially from ads. Like, I really felt like her character growth was immense in that episode. I don't like the direction, and I haven't liked the direction and choices James Gunn has made. I think he's good at making stuff, but like, you gave him the keys and we're going with that storyline. You know what I mean? Obviously, we know where they're going.
Yeah, Sanctuary is they think it's uninhabited. They thought it was uninhabited, you know,
Yeah.
place they can stuff metahumans, but it's actually very much inhabited by parademons, particularly in the comics. Yeah, it's basically like a predator hunting ground for parademons.
I hate that storyline, to be honest with you. I don't like that at all. I think you know, Flag is what he's supposed to be, I guess. My one thing that I'm wondering if you caught, and I don't know if it was on purpose, but there's this scene where they're like bringing Chris in, and there's a wide shot, and you see what looks like Sasha standing there.
Mm-hmm.
And this is just after they had been at Checkmate together, and she was part of that team. So I'm wondering if they don't know she's part of it, and that's going to be how they can find him. Because obviously, like, there's got to be a way to. I have two theories, and that's that Sasha's playing, like, still playing a little double agent. And the other is that Keith is not dead. The portal is still active on that side, and he's gonna go out seeking vengeance and find out, oh, he's not here, so now he has to go find it. You know what I mean?
That's very possible, because we do know Keith did survive.
Yeah.
And so very much he may try to go after Peacemaker. I definitely think I thought they are pretty much transitioned Sasha over to the good side, mostly because seems mostly out of self-interest, because she's kind of over Frank Grillo shit. She's kind of, which Rick Flag, I don't know, he's definitely very, this is definitely a very different heel turn. Like I felt like Flag, his progress to this is a lot steeper than I was expecting. Like in Creature Commandos, like he at the end of the day, he was presented as like a fundamentally good guy who's he's following orders, but he's also trying to do what's best for the country and the world. And I felt like towards the end of Peacemaker, he just went like full like villain at one point, out of his hatred of Peacemaker. And I think it wasn't just the Peacemaker thing. Like, I understand why he would hate him, like, you killed his son, but even like it was presented earlier in the season that he had like a special relationship with Hardcore, because of her relationship with his son, and then it felt like he just completely tossed her to the side at the end, because you got caught up in doing, you know, cocaine with Lex Luthor's buddy.
I think Hardcore was like a means to an end for him. I don't think he was ever 100% sincere. I hated the way that Lex's crew was portrayed and the way they interacted with him. That was way too campy, way too obnoxious, really stupid. I like, why does that whole crew have to be like a bunch of cartoon characters? You know what I mean?
That whole montage with, like, as they were going through the different dimensions and everyone coming out and dying and getting hurt, and then you have Flag and Lex's crew like celebrating it, high-fiving, doing coke and toasting, and it's like, what the fuck? It felt kind of like Wolf of Wall Street, and it had no business feeling that way. Like, it doesn't make sense. Yeah, because previously in previous episodes, like, that's why I disagree about the Hardcore thing, because I think it looked very much like he legitimately cared about her and had some kind of values, like him, and, you know, you showed in Creature Commando that he could grow attached to other people, and had, you know, he kind of had a heart, whereas, and then he was kind of treating Lex's people, the same guy, like shit, like, but, you know, as a means to an end. and then now he's just like this super villain was like, yeah, we got it, man. We got the toast. Let's do some nose candy. Like it just seemed so out of character.
Yeah, and the wild part about it was like this is after he just basically was like, I hate Lex and everything he stands for and everything that he did. But oh, by the way, we just need to get this one guy to show us where the portal is, and also, we're gonna bring in your whole crew too. Even though I just have established how much I hate like the whole thing. You know what I mean? Like, I do think that was a big fumble at the end. I do appreciate like the character. I think they should have just ended it on a high note. I know that's hard when you're going to go into a season 3, but like, I don't know. I think of that Arrow episode where they like just drive off into the sunset.
Yeah.
You know, you gave them that happy ending and then you just start the next season with what you need to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I felt, because it just didn't feel, it didn't feel like a proper finale for our season, especially with how long we're expecting to wait. It just didn't it didn't quite feel satisfying, but also I think the characterization is what really threw it off. Also, it kind of also like the Earth X thing just kind of seems even more pointless now.
Yeah,
because I thought it was, because we thought it was building towards something big, and then it just seems like they just kind of now just threw it in there as a way to say, haha, Nazis suck, am I right?
Yeah.
And
it does kind of feel that way, but I do feel like it served its purpose in a way because it kind of brought Judo Master into the fold.
But that's my issue with the Earth X thing. I felt like they could have just accomplished all that and more in a better way by just not having the Earth X angles.
But I also think that like for Chris, it's his angel of death thing, like everything I touch, every time I get something nice, I ruin it, and people die.
Exactly. And I feel like they could have done that without the Nazi Earth thing, because now it's like, because like his relationship with Hardcore, like it was a legitimately interesting conflict, with him deciding, having essentially to decide between the Hardcore he initially fell in love with, that's standoffish, and the version in this idealized version in this other dimension who's not the same, but it's mostly still her. And it was genuinely interesting to see how he'd resolve that, because that seemed to be the main thing keeping him in. Like all he wanted, he appreciated his friends, but all he wanted to know is how she felt, if that kiss meant something. And she couldn't admit it. She couldn't bring herself to admit that she felt for him, and couldn't give him that answer he was looking for. And that was, you could tell it was keeping him in that dimension. But then they just made their choice for him, because it's like, oh, she's a Nazi, so so we just have to, so that solves it.
So my question is, are you against it, the other dimension altogether, or just the fact that it was the Nazi dimension?
I think they just didn't pay it off. Like I think the dimension was the idea of it's a wonderful life type of alternate dimension type of thing is a really cool idea. Exploring how a world would have been if his dad wasn't a piece of shit, and if his brother wasn't dead, and if Hardcore actually cared about him. I thought that was an interesting idea for character growth. And then they just threw in this whole bit about, oh, by the way, they're all Nazis, and they didn't really do anything with it, like other than make jokes.
I see where you're coming from. I think it worked in the end, because like if it was legit like Utopia, you know what I mean? Like, what was his reason for going back?
That's the thing. And the inherent thing about Utopias is that there's something wrong. And I thought it would have been interesting to uncover something about something that was off, or something that could make him maybe reconsider or make it a tougher choice, instead of just hitting the it's the Hitler button. I felt like I felt like just such a cop out. I feel like there's so many different ways you can have an alternate dimension.
I agree.
Have legitimate issues other than saying, oh, they're all Nazis, so you don't.
So you're basically saying that was the lazy route, essentially.
Yeah, because you don't have to think about it. There's no conflict. Yeah. Oh, they're Nazis. Obviously, you can't stay here. They.
Yeah, I get that.
And even the Earth X premise, like we didn't really get to see much. Like we didn't get to see like how much different. We didn't get to see. They alluded to minorities being kept in camps, but they didn't really show like how the world was truly different, other than just being less diversity. We didn't see the camps. We didn't see how technology. I thought it'd be interesting to see if they showed how there's like a bunch of interesting technology or stuff that's missing because of the results of Hitler winning the war, and it just seemed like no, it's just a normal, oftentimes idyllic looking world, but also they hate minorities here.
I think they did enough.
It felt half-assed to me.
I understand why you would feel that way, and I'm not necessarily saying you're wrong. I do think though that like it wasn't meant to be the main point. It was meant to be just enough so that you understood, like, and like a little bit of a nod to that dimension. And it is obviously at this point an easy way to say, oh yeah, well, this is fundamentally bad. You know what I mean? Like, I do think I agree. I think it would be cool to see all that stuff, but I don't think that was the main focus of the season. I think it was just a vessel to get him to what he loved, and then be able to easily say, oh, this is fucked up. But like, I also do feel like there is a little bit of a payoff to it, because obviously the vigilante from that universe ends up offing his dad right in front of him, and the brother and all that. So like, there is trauma that comes from it and everything. Yeah, so like, and then we don't know what's going to happen in season 3. I think there is a purpose to Keith being alive. Like, I feel like it's pointless to like keep him alive, and not just like, I think if Harcourt, like, if she like got to pull the trigger in that moment, then I think, yeah, sure, 100% on board with you. But the fact that like she didn't get the chance, and basically planted the seed, I can't have you coming after him, and we do know that the door is still there. I think all of that kind of adds up to they're coming back. There's got to be more to it in some way. I don't disagree that it is definitely easy to use that dimension and use the Nazis as like just but it's also a 45-minute TV show, so with 8 episodes. So I mean, they do have to kind of move the story along.
Yeah, but they spend they spent a lot of time building up to the whole.
Yeah.
They spent most of the season, in fact, building up to their whole.
They've already announced we're getting a season 3.
Yeah, we're definitely getting this. Yeah, we're definitely getting this.
I mean, John Cena only has 4 matches left in WWE. Then he's a full-time actor.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, season 3 is 100% confirmed. But I just thought that they for how much time of the season they spent on Earth X, it didn't feel like it was properly paid off or justified to me fully. Like,
I see your point.
I feel like literally everything that was good about the Earth X plot line, that like his father, watching his father die in front of him again. I feel like all of this could have been accomplished without Earth X. It was like it didn't feel like there was a reason for Earth X other than James Gunn wanted to make a joke about Peacemaker not noticing fucking Hitler portraits on the wall.
Yeah, but I mean, I do feel like that is like part of his character, like, I'll be honest with you, like I actually just finished watching it for a second time with my wife because we kind of ran out of things to watch. So she did watch last season. She likes John Cena, so
as she should.
She's like, "Oh, we should watch season 2 of Peacemaker." I'm like, "Oh, I didn't think you'd want to." She goes, "Yeah." So we started watching it, and I kind of like told her to look out for things. I'm like, "All right, when we're in this alternate dimension, pay attention." And she didn't, like, obviously not knowing the story, she didn't pick up on it, but
Sure.
but then when it was pointed out, she's like, "Oh, I guess I caught it. Kind of probably should have noticed that." But
the lack of diversity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it all kind of saying. I told her going into episode 8, like, because we watched like 5, 6, and 7 this morning, and then I just was like, I don't want to watch 8. Like, I could have, but I didn't want to.
I feel yeah, I agree with Gabe. Like, I feel like the flag thing made sense. Like, oh, he wasn't paying attention to the flags. A Hitler mural, come on.
Yeah, no, I don't just necessarily disagree there.
Like, come on.
But so when we watched episode 8, when we got to the end, she's like, "Wait, you thought that was bad? You didn't like that episode?" Like, she liked it, and I think it's just a matter of like what your perspective is. So I would say she knows nothing about anything when it comes to comics. So like for her to watch that season, like it was just everything was fine. You know what I mean? So like, and I think for most people, we are like, you know, the at least 2%. You know, we're gonna like look at all those like minor details and stuff. But for like the average viewer that
it was
literally
definitely fine, you know, for what it.
Yeah,
for what it was.
I'm not disputing where you're coming from. I understand your argument, and I do. I'm fine with it. You know what I mean? But like, I was kind of okay with it, and
I didn't hate the
I'm
episode.
fine with it.
I didn't hate the episode, but I understood why people would go away not liking it, because the series did have problems. Like, and I do agree that the season 2 had issues, and it definitely didn't live up fully to its potential. There are definitely some problems. I don't know how hard they want to go in the dark side, since Zack Snyder literally just did that. And Man of Tomorrow looked like it was very much setting up Brainiac. It was
so tired of Brainiac, to be honest.
I know Jay's favorite.
Like, I'm over Brainiac. I mean, I know they haven't really done it in like in the movies and everything, but I just I think it's part of the problem with, you know, where James Gunn is picking these characters. He's like, you pick Peacemaker because not just because it was John Cena, but like, you know, that was like his call, and I did not really love the story of season 1. I enjoyed the characters and everything, but like the whole bug alien infestation thing I didn't really love it. But I think it's also because like you're not pulling in these other characters that we're used to and we want to see, you know. And I think that was one of the other big complaints about the last episode is, where were the cameos? Like, where were the other characters? And
I mean, we literally had Lex Luthor,
right, in episode 7, 6. I don't know, but yeah,
and then we had Green Lantern. I
think they meant purely episode 8, though. You know, yeah, but like we're I get it, but like also I did not love his brother's portrayal of Maxwell Lord. I don't know.
Hard to top Pedro Pascal.
Yeah, I mean, like, I didn't really think of Maxwell Lord as being that type of a character, but that's the danger of James Gunn sometimes. I think he goes full James Gunn, and you know, it's fine. I mean, I thought the season overall was decent. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it more than the first season. I do feel like they did a great job with the character development. Obviously, Vigilante is great as a nice sidekick, you know. I enjoyed that they both loved Infernape as their favorite Pokemon. I thought it was a really fun season. My wife liked it, so I mean,
it was a fun.
You
know, I think I personally liked the story of season 1 more, but I thought season 2 had better character development and writing.
Yeah.
I think that was my main. I think that was my main. And I know you hated it, but I like the season 2 intro more than the season 1 intro.
I don't know. I didn't love it. I skipped it almost every time.
I would never dream of skipping it.
I didn't realize the song was Foxy Shazam though. I think I've seen them.
I've never seen or heard them before this show, but I enjoyed it.
They've been on a long time. Way back in the day when I was doing like just getting into the music industry, kind of. I was on like there were these like street teams, and they would like send you a bunch of stuff that you would hand out after shows. And
whoa.
Pause.
A
thousand cocks.
Oh, 1,000 pauses. What the fuck? Yeah. I literally forgot that Peacemaker season 2 had their own The Boys or Gen V episode. Let's just throw it in there randomly. I actually been catching up on Gen V. I realized I was like 3 episodes behind, and I was watching it. Yeah, that show always manages to put a dick in there somewhere. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's uncanny. It's all The Boys always has a dick. I was looking on Twitter, and I saw that Jensen Ackles said he was filming a scene for the new season of The Boys, and something so shocking happened that they had to literally stop and walk out the room. And everyone immediately assumed it had something to do with dicks, which valid. The Boys definitely has a lot of that, but I'm curious now what exactly made him so uncomfortable he had to leave the room.
Yeah, I'm not worried about age restriction. The YouTube scrubber bots don't scrub this far into a stream.
Yeah, they also changed the profanity rules anyway.
Yeah, it's always funny when I'm watching like I remember we've always talked about like the Karen Reed trial and stuff.
Yeah.
It's always funny when I'm watching some of the lawyers do their shows and everything, and how like careful they are about this stuff. And they're like, oh no, now I'm gonna lose all my revenue because I'm 2 hours in the stream and I said one bad word. I'm like, oh my god, fucking relax. There's no way that happens. Like, I really like there's one of the lawyers, I really like her. She explains things very well. She's obviously a really good lawyer. And I've actually watched some of her other stuff just because, true crime can be pretty interesting.
Oh, very interesting.
And yeah, she can be very dramatic about that type of stuff sometimes. But I don't pipe in, I don't say nothing. You do you. And that's the way it should be, guys.
Well, you can actually say fuck in the first 7 seconds now.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it used to be, honestly, like, if you just kept it clean for the first 5 minutes, you're golden, And it's whatever.
Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 4. I don't believe in it. I feel like I don't know what Sony's planning to do with their Marvelverse now. That I know they fired. Thankfully, they got rid of the person who was in charge of their previous live action Marvel universe. But I don't understand what direction they're going. And I know they have to put out more Spider-Man content, to keep the rights. But I'm hopefully they have a better strategy going forward, because it's weird, and because even the Miles stuff, like I remember Feige was asked about Miles in the MCU, and looks like that's what they're going to be doing, but Sony specifically just told them that they can't do anything with Miles until Beyond the Spider-Verse releases in 2027. But after that, then presumably that means Kevin Feige is allowed to bring Miles into the MCU, which begs the question: why isn't Miles already in the Sony Marvel? Like, why do we get 3 Venom movies, a Morbius movie, a Kraven the Hunter movie when the most successful thing you've done since the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies is Miles Morales movies. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Like obviously they should have made, especially after the success of No Way Home, they should have immediately been throwing a bag at Andrew and Toby and to get a Spider-Man 4 and a TASM 3 off the ground. They definitely should have been trying to get a live action Miles Morales off the ground, but instead we just get these just fucking Madam Web all this villain slop, and it's like, what are you doing? I don't understand what the plan is. And then on top of that, they completely throw away the K-pop Demon Hunter the Golden Goose. Like, what the fuck is going over in their movie division? Like,
you mentioning Madam Web made me think of I think I might have mentioned it last week too. That so part of Madam Web, I remember driving by the set where they were filming some of Madam Web in Worcester, where I like the city I live in. And they are actually filming. Mark Wahlberg is filming a movie like 3 miles from my house. Like, I counted. It literally is 4 traffic lights. I have to go through 4 traffic lights to get to where he was just filming the other day, and it was at a restaurant that I've been to for breakfast. Like, it's kind of crazy.
He didn't stop by for some eggs and some Marky Mark.
The day that he was filming there, I was in New York City. So I don't know. I don't love leaving the house either. So like I might. Well, I don't know if they're gonna be filming tomorrow because it's a holiday, but they might be done because like they're bouncing around the town they're filming in. So I don't know if it's all based in that town.
Tomorrow's a holiday.
Yeah, it's like Columbus Day, I think.
Is it?
I mean, there's no school tomorrow.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, Columbus Day is tomorrow.
I always forget.
What's the film? I don't know what the film is called, to be honest with you. Hold on. New Mark Wahlberg movie. Play Dirty, I think. No, that's not it. That's the one that's coming out.
Yeah. I assume it would be on IMDb under upcoming movies.
That's true. I should have just done
Silly Goose.
Yeah. Should just type Mark Wahlberg.
Indigenous Peoples Day. Oh yeah, that's definitely. Yeah. Now I'm remember why I try to not pay attention to Columbus Day. The culture war has made it insufferable.
I'm assuming it's not the Family Plan. I don't know. It says untitled Blackberry documentary. I doubt it's that way. It's everything that has him as upcoming is producer, executive producer. So I don't know.
Interesting. He's a busy man. A lot of producers.
Yeah. Well, they film a lot of movies around here because Massachusetts has like this big Hollywood tax credit. Like their goal is to get people to film movies here, like
smart,
to encourage tourism and whatever.
As they should.
I honestly don't care about the name Columbus Day. Like, for better or worse, our world was built off of the backs of terrible people.
Yes,
like it's just, it is what it is. The world would not be what it is today without Christopher Columbus. Shitty person. Maybe we don't celebrate it. I don't know. I don't care. But like, whatever. Columbus Day. It's fine.
Yeah, I never something I wanted to celebrate. I was interested in celebrating, but
I celebrated the day off. That's it.
Yeah, I took the day off, but I didn't get into it. There are people who get really passionate about Columbus Day. I think that's perfect. Very valid to me why people would be uncomfortable.
Yeah.
with Columbus being glorified, because he was a monster. But yeah, the people who like insist on like trying to wash his image is like definitely weird as fuck.
Yeah. I mean, it's just everybody's looking for attention their own way. It's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, it's weird because it's like, okay, yeah, sure, he was a shitty person, but I don't know. There were people in Mexico eating each other. You know what I mean? Like, like there were tribes in all these places that were cannibals. Like everybody sucked back then. It was a different world. You can't like compare the world then to what it is now. Like,
no, the world is also shitty now too.
Well, no, that's fair, but I mean, like,
we have cannibals now too.
Yeah, okay, but like not at the level. You know what I mean? Like one of the
you'd be surprised.
Okay, fine. It's one of those ones where we're just gonna keep compounding it, so it's fine. But like, I don't know. Like, I don't think it's just always like people like, oh well, and I don't want to get into politics. I really don't. Like, I don't care, but like, I saw somebody recently that I really respect, like talking about illegal immigration and stuff like that, and like, oh, are we gonna go back and arrest everybody that was on the Mayflower? And I'm like that's how the world worked then. I mean, like people could own people then too. So like, are we gonna compare like every aspect of history? Like the world was built on conquest. All right. Like I don't feel bad about that. That's how the world was built.
Genghis Khan.
Like people dominated the world. The strong got the land. And now in 2025, we have a society with laws and we all work together to try to maintain something of a civilization. You know what I mean?
I mean, we also do some conquesting still too.
Yes, but it's not at the level of Genghis Khan, right? Like that's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Well,
yes, I know that some stuff still happens, not at the level that it did in 1492.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Putin is definitely not Genghis Khan level of conquering.
Right.
Though he's trying.
Yes. No, I understand. Okay. But like at the end of the day, the world we live in was created over hundreds of years by people going to war with each other and traveling to places and starting there. You know what I mean? It's just, it always feels like the people that like they're pro illegal immigration. I'm not saying we don't need to have some reform there. We do. Okay. Also are mad because people illegally immigrated. You know what I mean? Like if you did it back then, bad, but if you do it now, good. Well,
also technically wouldn't be illegal immigration back then because there were no established borders. So.
Exactly, but like that's besides the point. They're basically making it out that the Mayflower people and all the people, the settlers and everything, they stole the land, and maybe to a certain extent, yes, but that's how it worked back then. You came, you said it's mine, you fought for it, and then it was over.
Yes, like that is how humans got down. Murder, torture, slavery.
Yes, and I'm glad that we live in the section where the section of the timeline where I got to just sit in my couch and watch Tom Brady win 6 Super Bowls for the Patriots. You know what I mean? I got to live in a time of Tom Brady.
I'm not happy about that part of the time. that a cheater won. But other parts of the timeline are pretty good. I do enjoy food delivery.
Yeah,
it's a pretty good innovation.
Definitely.
No, I haven't been watching any. I've pretty much given up on football, but I have been tapping into the NBA preseason, seeing all the new faces.
What is going on with LeBron? I have not been following, but I saw like
he has an old man injury. He's got sciatica.
Oh, I saw say something about his new golf injury or something.
Yeah. I fucking hate LeBron. He baited people with a decision 2.0 just to promote his Hennessy brand.
Yeah.
And I think he's going to miss I think they said he's going to miss 3 weeks with sciatica.
Yeah. Oh, he definitely did not cheat. I'm not going to get worked up or caught up in any kind of preseason basketball. Okay. I fully expect the Celtics to be like a 7 or 8 seed, maybe a 6.
I'm definitely enjoying watching Wembanyama be Wemby, and Cooper Flag was really good too.
I saw that, yeah.
I will say though, my Miami Heat were giving Victor Wembanyama the business, specifically Khalil Ware.
I heard that, yeah.
Actually was shitting all over Wembanyama. It was insane. It was actually insane.
The Celtics are playing pretty good.
That's preseason.
It's pretty. Yeah, exactly. I agree. Destroyed Cleveland tonight by 31. But preseason, I still think I'm looking at this season as a chance to get some of the younger players more integrated. Jason Tatum, I think, has a chance to play.
I'm hearing
regular season games.
I hear he might come back. He may have taken a trip to Germany.
Eastwood has already proven he knows nothing about football, so I'm not even gonna pay him any mind.
I hope
you lost money on the game today.
I don't think the Thunder are going to repeat. Honestly, I thought we'll see how much they improve. Obviously, the Thunder still have some time before all the money kicks in, but I do say they have much more room for growth. They got some lucky breaks to get to the finals and win for sure. You can definitely tell there was some flaws there, some experience, but if their main core take another leap, then they could very well more easily secure the title. But no, a lot of people out west got better. The Nuggets are going to be right there. I will say the whole Giannis saga is hilarious. He at what point do you think he's getting traded? Because I feel like he's that the whole thing, the story came up over the summer that apparently then he revealed he only wanted to go to the Knicks if he was going to trade, and then they had some preliminary talks, but they ultimately didn't go anywhere. Then he comes out on media day, and the owner, I think it was the owner who said, "Oh, Giannis is on board." We had a nice conversation. He's all on board, and Giannis was like, "Yeah, I don't know what this motherfucker talking about." And then he comes out immediately to clarify, "Yeah, I'm with the team. I'm committed. I believe in us. But if in 6 months I change my mind, that's fine." I'm like, what the fuck? Wait, what?
Real quick before, so I've had this window open.
I did see that
the entire stream to hopefully get to it, but I was gonna say, did you see they announced this?
I was watching it earlier.
New Avatar fighting game.
I was watching actual gameplay instead of the still images.
Well, I just figured the still images were easy enough, but I'm pretty sure I can do this. I've had this open the whole time.
Yeah, I mean, I don't love fighting games, but I'm fine with this one. It does. I think it does look really cool, visually speaking, and I think I'm more so fine with this because we're getting the type of Avatar game that I actually want.
Yeah.
Usually when if there's an anime announcement for a new game, it's usually just a cheap fighting game, and it's fucking annoying that they always do that. But in the case of Avatar: Last Airbender, Saber Interactive is doing their open world action RPG where you get to play an airbender from 1,000 years before the events of Aang, and that's going to be good for me. But then you also get this fighting game coming out next year. Now we got an Avatar fighting game, an Invincible fighting game, and a Marvel fighting game all in the same year.
12 characters at launch. I don't. How much are we looking at? Doesn't no price yet. I'm expecting this to be more of a budget title, like a $30 or $40 game.
Yeah, it definitely looks like it.
I can't imagine. I was gonna say it only showed Steam at the end, but Wario's tweet says PC, PS4, PS5, Xbox Series, Switch 2. So I don't know why it would be on PS4 and not. I mean, it says Xbox Series, so I guess that doesn't mean the one. I don't know. Whatever, doesn't matter. Nobody should be playing on the Xbox One anymore.
True. Or the series.
I mean, the series is great, but
Series S.
So
Series S.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, that was a mistake.
Yeah, the Series S was a very, 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 very big mistake.
Yeah.
Fucked up a lot of stuff.
I agree, but we'll leave it there.
Space Marine 2 was 2024. That was 2029 has been a long year. It wasn't so crazy that Space Marine 2 made it in there. Yeah, I still have my PS4 as well. I've not touched it.
Yeah, I have my PS4 because it was the Spider-Man one. And I set it up on my TV, my home TV upstairs. I'm like, oh, we'll play Blu-rays on it. Nope.
I've literally never touched it since I got my PS5 on launch day, and I did the data transfer, and I never touched the PS4 again.
I think my brother used it when he was still here, just watch some movies or whatever. But yeah,
I still have my other PS5. I still have my PS5 with my Spider-Man 2 plates that I haven't done anything yet. After I got my PS5 Pro, I sold that pretty fast. I should sell mine.
I do still have my Spider-Man plates though. I was smart. I took the plates off and sold it in. I actually, when I bought these generic side plates that were red at launch because they didn't have anything else, and it was before they got shut down. I don't remember what company made them, and those are the plates I put on it when I sold it. So I got a pretty good price for it. I think I sold it for $400.
Just the plates?
No, the PlayStation 5 with those plates.
With the plates. You sold it for $4?
Yeah, and I still have my Spider-Man plates that I was supposed to sell for I think they were going for $100 on eBay at the time. And my brother's friend who we had a little falling out. He was supposed to buy them from me, and right when I got the PS5, and I was like, all right, I'm not giving you a deal. I will sell them for what I could get on eBay. This is the price. He's like, could I get them from you in a couple months and I'll pay that? I'm like, sure. And then that never happened. Whatever, it's fine. We don't need to get into all that. There was a situation. And I decided, you know what? You're my brother's friend. I don't care. So we left it at that.
Very mature of you, Jay.
Yeah. I mean, I just, you wait in line for 2 hours and the person can't even acknowledge you. It's like, bro, cool.
Wonder how much these would go for on eBay.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
The Warby Parker Spider-Man 2 brand. I'm definitely holding on to my Suicide Squad merch.
Yeah.
For as long as possible.
PS5 Spider-Man 2 side plates. What are they going for now? The official ones, $200 or best offer, $159.99. Oh, they're selling pretty good actually.
Ooh.
So
might have to sell. Might consider selling my PS5 with the plates.
I mean, some people are selling it for cheaper, but yeah, that's I might have to get those plates out there because there's no sense in them just sitting there in the box. You know what I mean?
True. Yeah, it's weird. We saw a popular tech insider in response to the video where Sony pretty much teased the PS6. Said that they're definitely targeting 2027, which definitely feel is going to feel soon for a lot of people because if that's the goal, apparently it's like looking for mid 2027, possibly the end of the year. So we're going to have probably a PlayStation showcase in 2026 to announce it, and I'm looking at what we're going to have, and we're going to have a few more PlayStation 5 games before then. But yeah, I know people are definitely going to be questioning the PS6 dropping now. Is like what's going to be the motivation to get into it, because next year Sony's dropping Soros and Wolverine. 2027 they're probably dropping Intergalactic, possibly Venom. Maybe are people, I think people will potentially buy a PS6 for a Venom game if they do a Miles Morales type of deal again. I don't know how many would be getting the PS6 for Intergalactic.
I think the PS6 will sell because it's the PS6.
It's definitely going to sell regardless, but
yeah, I think the problem they're going to have is we're 5 years, over 5 years now into the PS5, and there are still PS4 games. You know what I mean? They literally just announced an Avatar fighting game today that's going to be on PS4. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they need to shit or get off the pot is what they need to do. Like I don't feel bad for anybody in 2005 that is like, wait, you're not making for PS4? Like, dude, you had plenty of time.
Yeah. I think it's definitely going to sell. I don't think it's going to necessarily sell a ton. Like, I don't think it's going to be like breaking records like the Switch 2 did, but also it's going to depend on the price point. I heard they're not going to push a giant price point. I heard it was like going to be in like the 500 range potentially,
which is weird because you just dropped a PS5 Pro for like, $1 billion.
I think they might recognize that they're going to need a little more convincing to get people on board with the PS6.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how you can go down in price though, because like I just feel like everything tech wise is going up in price, and like they're not going to just not do that for the sake of it's PS6. You know what I mean? Unless they're like making their own parts, which I don't think they do.
There probably some market reasons. Typically they're used to not selling the consoles with the express purpose of making a profit directly on that console.
I understand that.
Yeah, very, very common to sell at loss because ultimately they make the most money while you getting into the ecosystem. So
I just don't understand what they were thinking with PS5 Pro then. You know what I mean?
To cash in.
Yeah, and like did it work?
I mean, from what I remember, yeah, it sold very well. It sold comparably to the PS4 Pro.
It didn't sell out like
it's so. Yeah, but in terms of it sold, from what I remember, it sold comparably to the PS4 Pro. So
I don't remember how I don't feel like that one sold out either. Like
that one sold very well. So it wasn't a massive hit. It wasn't like a massive you're never going to be able to get it, but it did make them money.
I just remember that being probably my best unboxing video. I think it has like 200 and something thousand views because it sounded like a fucking jet plane. And I had to bring it back.
That's hilarious. No, I think they went premium for the PS5 Pro because they thought they had an opportunity there, and then they had the tariff hike, and I think now maybe they're looking to pull it back a little, and after looking at the market and the market reaction, I'm sure it's because they looked at the sales, they looked at the market perception and thought, all right, maybe we don't push a PS6 for $800 when people already or $1,000 when people are already shitting all over Xbox. It kind of feels like it's like the whole this is how you play thing all over again. Maybe Xbox was like, yeah, we're going all in on these price hikes, and Sony's like sitting back and planning their own price hikes, looking at the reception, is like, maybe we won't do that. We'll let Xbox take the heat.
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. Probably not.
Yeah, legitimately. Whenever people ask me about PS5 Pro at this point, like it's 2020, we're almost at the end of 2025, going into 2026. The PlayStation 5 Pro is, in my opinion, it's fine. It's not something that it's a must have in most cases. You're not going to be experiencing like a tremendous amount of difference between them. Like there are going to be games obviously that are just going to perform better. You know, you're basically just getting the benefit mostly more often of that quality mode visual with the performance mode frame rate. But with the PlayStation 6 looking to launch in 2027, at this point you're better off just saving up for the PS6 and just waiting for that, because you're going to be fine with the standard PS5. I don't think you need to. But if you have the money, then do whatever. Like, it doesn't matter if you have.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. I think it would be just better to get them a used PS5.
Yeah, if you're just balling, then yeah, you could just upgrade to the PS5 Pro, get the best performance for them. But if you're just getting a it feels like if you're going to get a PS6, potentially have to get a PS6 in a year anyway. Like, it's like, okay, I might as well wait. The PS5 Pro will not make you better at Rivals. It will make you if you get a monitor, it'll make you a little bit better at Rivals, because you'll be playing at 120 FPS and be playing on a monitor. So but if you're ass at Rivals, you'll still be ass at higher at better frame rates. That's not going to improve, but it looks cooler. It looks better playing on a PS5 Pro with a good gaming monitor. But it's not gonna make you suddenly a one of a ball player. Unfortunately, that still takes time, effort, and practice.
Yeah, you've seen me play.
Yeah, you're definitely you're more closer to eternity than one of a ball. I'd say Jay's almost there. Little more reps. What if you can't wait but also don't have money? Sell crack. I don't know. just like they did back in the day when you need something.
I didn't get chosen for the account linking, apparently.
Yeah, I wasn't exactly. I honestly didn't care because I wasn't going to test it anyway. But I wasn't clear. Like I heard from what they were saying, it looked like it was going to be like select people would get the play test. But then Greek said he thought that they were saying like it would be open to all the partners.
I just wanted to get my blue Venom skin off of Xbox and my white Wanda skin off of PC. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't even think you can do that.
I just want to get those two skins. At this point, PS5 is my main account. I'm not looking to get into transferring everything over. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I'm legitimately never going to use this feature, but I'm glad some variation of it is in the game.
Yeah, the only thing is that for me is that the if it was like Fortnite where like everything just went with you no matter which one you're on, then maybe I'd consider going back over to Xbox and playing there. But it doesn't. It sounds like it's like over complicated.
It's extremely limiting. Yeah, Miller released an FAQ on his Twitter, going more into detail about what the cross promotion does. It's very limited. It's definitely not a take everything with you.
The literal only thing I want to do is get that white alpha skin for Wanda onto my PlayStation account and the blue Venom skin off of my Xbox account. You know what I mean? Like I played the beta on Xbox, got the Venom skin there, Then realized that there was the PS exclusive stuff. So I'm like, fuck it, I'll just play on PS5. And obviously, the only way you could get that white Wanda skin is on PC because the alpha was PC only. So I have my account there just sitting with the Wanda skin that I can't use. That's super rare that I would love to get onto my main account.
So you could flex on the news.
Exactly.
As always, I'm just waiting for the announcement at the of the new game mode at the Thailand game show. I can't wait for it. I wonder if I can. I was thinking of streaming the game show, but it's probably not worth it. I'm not going to be able to understand what's going on, and they'll probably tell the partners beforehand what's going on.
Well, yeah.
Look, but I'm sorry, it's going to be an exciting week for Rivals for sure. New Thor costume as well, and Squirrel Girl, two of Jay's favorite characters.
I don't really love that Thor. I don't love the idea of the like racer costumes. It's whatever to me.
I love the Squirrel Girl racer costume. I thought that one looked cool. Thor's was okay. I give it a take, but I definitely might grab the Squirrel Girl one. But I'm excited for the big announcement. I cannot wait. I hope it's exactly what people are hoping it is, and that would be wonderful for the game if it was. But I think we covered everything for the week. Appreciate everyone hanging out as usual on this fine Sunday evening. Enjoy your football. Enjoy your wrestling. I'm gonna go back to my anime.
Everybody be excited that Eastwood lost money on the Pats game today.
Yeah.
Deserved it. I told you.
Gamble responsibly. Eastwood.
There was a moment that I thought the Pats were going to beat themselves, though. Like, Drake May should have had like 7 touchdown passes. One of the worst. I'm not usually one that bitches about refs. One of the worst ref games I've ever seen. Like, he had 2 touchdowns called back. Like, it was wild. So it should have been like a monster blowout. And then they just decided in the second half, we're done with this game. We're just gonna try to run the ball. So wasn't even close.
Yeah, hopefully I'm hoping that Eastwood wins money next time.
Yeah,
so you can buy your son a PS5 Pro.
You can you bet against the Pats. You deserve to lose money.
No, the Pats deserve to lose every game.
I mean, he deserved to lose just for saying that the Saints beat the Bills. Can't even get his New York teams right.
Oof. Gotcha. He's old. Give him a break.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We'll catch you next week. I'm Sadat the Gamer.
I am not Casual Avenger.
But he was here. And
he was here.
He's expecting gifts. Zip it up and zip it out. Peace, all my naysayers.